Good morning. Welcome to FCRB TV. Yeah, I just woke up. It's 8:30 in the morning here in the United States. Um, I'm right now. It's half. The second half has just started between Wolves and Man City, and I thought that I would get on now as I'm watching the game in my living room, um, as I prepare for the Arsenal game at home to West Ham today. And for those of you who have watched the first half of Wolves and Man City, it's unbelievable how these lads from Wolverhampton have fought the champions to a standstill in the first half. That's what we're asking for from the Arsenal players. Wolves could lose the second half 5-0, and they've already played better than Arsenal did against Man City and Chelsea. The determination, the fight, the desire, the hard work, it's unbelievable. That's why it's really hard to accept what Arsenal's giving. Yes, we have a new manager. We have to give him time, but the players themselves are still footballers, and they've got to give us a fighting chance. Just fight. You don't have to win the game, really. You don't have to win the game, really. If you work hard and give a good account and try your best and lose the game, okay, we're not going to be that upset. But we always look like we concede after 10 minutes all the time. 15 minutes we're conceding goals. That's unacceptable. Good sides don't even give a chance for the first 30 minutes. But Arsenal, they're giving a chance after 9 minutes all the time. So as you can see, I'm already fired up for this game that's coming up after this at the Emirates against West Ham. It's a massive game. It's a relegation fight match already. Third game in. Neither side has won. Company just headed one over the bar. So, as we're preparing for this game today, I wanted to give my starting 11 based upon what has happened in the first two games of the season. And I was talking to my man Rick this week. I was telling Rick that due to those two huge misses that Aubameyang had against Chelsea at the Bridge, there's no space for him in the first 11 today against West Ham. I would start with Lacazette leading the line, even though he gave the ball away for Hazard to skip by and find Alonso to win the game. He has had better energy, better efforts going forward coming off the bench in the first two games. So I'm going to go with Lacazette up front. I just read that Ozil may miss the match today due to illness, but let's hope that that's not true. And he will play underneath Lacazette with Iwobi on the left, Mkhitaryan on the right. In the middle of the park, I'm gonna go with Guendouzi and Torreira. They're both gonna play in there. Then the back four, Nacho Monreal, who was fantastic against Chelsea, I believe, with Socrates and Mustafi. And I would love to see Lichtsteiner start right back, but we know that's not going to happen. So Bellerin will have to play. And then, obviously, love to see Leno, but that's not going to happen either because Peter Cech will captain the side. So I think that with that team there, we should be able to get a result against West Ham. I would like to hope. But for me, I'm really upset with Aubameyang after last weekend's match against Chelsea. And there's got to be some type of punishment. You cannot miss from 6 yards out twice and then think you're just going to start the next game. And it's not like we don't have another accomplished number 9 in the team. So for me, Aubameyang needs to come off the bench. He needs to sit on the bench and think about how important it is to perform at a high level at all times, especially in the big games. If he misses against Huddersfield Town, if he misses against Fulham, even that's another big game too, the scrutiny's not going to be as much, for me at least. But against Liverpool, United, Chelsea, Tottenham, Man City, you can't miss, mate. You can't. Not from 6 yards out. Do you understand? That's how I feel about it. So, I mean, look, it's 51 minutes in. Wolverhampton Wanderers are not going anywhere. They're not going. Look at this. They're not going anywhere. These guys are they're balling, man. They're fighting these guys toe to toe. This is awesome. You know, they had Raul Jimenez had a goal ruled offside, a goal ruled out for offside. It was offside, but I mean the way they had a swift counter and they got in behind. It was great to see. This is what competition is about. These guys are Wolverhampton Wanderers, and the game's it's at Wolverhampton. It's at their place. So City's away from home. City opening day came to the Emirates and they bossed the game. We were in 6s and 7s, and it's not about, oh well, we have a new manager. You have to give us time, dude. Where's the fight? You know how to stop a dude from scoring against you, don't you? Or you have to learn all that over because you got a new coach. Give me a break. So it's unbelievable. Here they come. Oh, they're in again. Is he gonna get? Oh, it's out of bounds. Man, I tell you. Whew. I tell you, yeah. And looking at they're starting to believe. They're starting to believe. Wolverhampton, man, they're really feeling it, man. They're coming for it, and this is ultimately what I want from every team that I support. My club that I run, Arsenal. You know, my former university. When you play a game, winning is icing on the cake. But what I want to see from the people that I care about and want to see do well is that you make the opposition realize they're in a battle against you. These last 2 games against City, it was a walk in the park. They were at the mall shopping. They weren't worried about us. They were never bothered about us. And that's not good enough. And then Chelsea, they were only bothered about us for about 20 minutes. That spell where we should have scored 6 goals, that was the only time they were worried. After that, before that, when they went up 2-0, not worried. And then after we scored 2 goals, they weren't worried about us at all again. So it's like, that's not good enough. So in 2 matches, we were only a problem for 20 minutes. Come on, fellas. Give us something today against West Ham. All right? So that's my pregame lineup for the match today against West Ham. I really hope to gosh that we get the result. I don't know. And as I said, I've given my first 11, and I know that Unai Emery won't do that. He will start Aubameyang. And if Aubameyang doesn't score today, I'm saying it right now. I'm going to leave you with this. If Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang does not score today against West Ham at home, he's a fraud. End of story. That's why I'm leaving it. I'm a little hot right now because it's a big game today. Big game. So we'll see how it goes. I'll obviously have a post-game video about the match and probably sum up this one here. There's 55 minutes gone, and Wolverhampton Wanderers keeping these guys at bay. It's fantastic to see. So yeah. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the lineup. Let me know what you think of my assessment of Aubameyang with Lacazette, who should start. If you like it, subscribe. FCRB TV. Ciao.